Hey there, everybody. Happy Saturday night. We are live on Ken's 5 talking all things weather for the next 20 minutes or so. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below if you have any questions. Join the conversation. It was a warm day today. We had nice mornings the last several days, but now afternoon temperatures are really starting to climb. So get ready for more summer-like weather in the coming days. Tomorrow, Monday, and Tuesday, it's going to be extremely hot all across the area, so get ready for that. Excuse me. Again, if you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. We're talking, again, all things weather on Ken's 5 for the next 20 minutes. If you're traveling, if you want to talk, we'll talk about the tropics as well. Helene is post-tropical, but still dropping a lot of rainfall east of Texas. We'll talk about that, chat about that. Also, again, what to expect this upcoming weekend. If any cold fronts are in the forecast. We'll talk about that in detail in a second. Hello, good evening, Madonna. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. That is a compliment. Thank you so much, Madonna. But again, yeah, if you have any questions, guys, if you're traveling, if you're going anywhere, we'll talk all things weather, and feel free to ask away. Today's numbers, it was a hot one. 97, the official high at the airport. That is a full 10 degrees above average, 2 hands above average. That is way too warm for late September. Our temperatures typically limit to the 80s, so if it felt hot today, it was almost 100 degrees this afternoon. Mornings were great. They were near normal, 65 the morning low, where the average is 66, so that felt great. Humidity's down. The afternoons just warm up so fast. We went from 65 to 97 this afternoon, so a very warm day indeed. Okay, good evening. You're sick of sweating, Kevin? Yeah, me too. Well, it's fall. And you'd think that we would stop sweating at this time of year, but no, it's not until like November, December when it consistently gets cool. And I remember years where October has just been so humid, so hot. So just because October's around the corner, doesn't mean it's going to be consistently cool, unfortunately. Daniel, where's the fall weather? Not anywhere in sight right now, Daniel. We need it. I want some colder weather, but right now, as you can see right here, there's no cold weather in the next 5 days, unfortunately. The mornings will feel okay, in the 60s, maybe near 70 in the mornings, but the overall trend is going upward for temperatures, and rain doesn't really look like it's going to be a problem anytime soon. Kenneth, it's not fall in Texas yet. We don't start until November. Yeah, I would say that's pretty accurate. From weather, climatologically speaking, fall might begin in September. And that's great for the north, like anywhere from the Pacific Northwest to the Midwest to the Northeast. That's where you see fall-like weather really moving in late September and October. But Texas is late to the game, always is. And you can see the forecast right here. High temperatures are in red, and the daily records that could be broken, likely will be broken, are in yellow. So forecasting a high of about 96 tomorrow. Some models put us at like 94, 95, but I'm thinking 96. A lot like today. So the mornings are going to be comfortable, but the afternoons are going to be incredibly hot. So tomorrow, 96, Monday, 96, Tuesday, 97, and each of these days easily either tying or breaking a daily record for the second week of fall. So fall's not really in effect, really, right? Wish it could be, but we have more heat in store for the first couple weeks of fall. So. Good evening. Praying for those who survived and died in Hurricane Helene. Yeah, John. I mean, so much damage from South Carolina to parts of Kentucky, northern parts of Atlanta got so much rain and some damage. Carolina's got some really bad wind damage. I mean, some of the pictures and videos coming out of western South Carolina and North Carolina, it looks like tornadoes ripped through. But it was a hurricane that really weakened slowly. And the winds were just in excess of 70, 80 miles an hour consistently the last 24 hours in the southeast United States. So yeah, Helene leaving behind a lot of devastation from Kentucky, Tennessee, Nashville, down to South Carolina, parts of Georgia and Florida, obviously, where it made landfall. Near, it wasn't Cedar Key, it was southeast of Tallahassee, near Perry. Kind of in that area. The Panhandle of Florida is where it made landfall Thursday night as a Category 4 major hurricane. All right, guys, 86 degrees. Since the air is drier, the heat index is non-existent, so we don't really see that when you get fronts moving through and it drops the moisture. As a matter of fact, it feels a little cooler than the air temperature. 86 feels like 84. That's what happens in fall and winter when you get fronts moving through. With no humidity, you don't really contribute to a heat index, and that's what we like to see. We want more of that. 86 in Helotes, 70 at Bernie, 77 at Bandera. It is still hot. Apparently, I don't think this is correct. We're getting 97-degree readings out of Pearsall and Cotulla, but I think those are bad readings because that doesn't make sense. If Carrizo Springs is at 77 and George West is at 83, unless I-35 is just under a heat dome right now, there's no way Pearsall and Cotulla are at 97. So I think those are bad readings, bad data from the sensors out in Cotulla and Pearsall down I-35. Hurricanes keep coming up to Florida. Yeah, I mean, you had a Dahlia, you had several hurricanes for Florida. I mean, anywhere from Louisiana to Florida is really prone to frequent tropical storms and hurricanes. Texas does see some, but Florida is surrounded by water. So if the storm's coming from the Atlantic or if it's coming from the Caribbean, Florida has a higher risk of seeing those storms and hurricanes. And that's what's been really happening these last several years. Mary praying, absolutely. Yeah, praying for Florida, the Southeast, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Kentucky, Tennessee, all seeing heavy rain and just a lot of flooding as this continues to weaken. Now, it's post-tropical. Helene's no longer a tropical system, interacting with upper-level winds, and what that does is kind of make it a hybrid storm. Regardless, wrapping up low pressure, and it produces some rain, and that is doing so for parts of the Midwest right now into the East Coast. Here are some of the rain estimates. We talked about South Carolina and North Carolina. So west of Columbia, a swath of rain that was extremely widespread, by the way, ranging from 6 to 10 to maybe a foot of rain. And this is rain estimates over the last 2 days, 2 to 3 days. So it made landfall Thursday night, it's Saturday night, so 2 to 3 days. And this has been excessive. Atlanta, Georgia, parts in southern Georgia, 6 to 8 inches of rain. West into Nashville, so far 4 to 5 inches of rain, but even at 4 to 5, that's a lot in just a couple days. That causes pretty significant flooding issues, especially inside the city, for flood-prone neighborhoods, flood-prone areas that just can't handle 3 to 4 inches of rain in a matter of a few hours. So we're talking 2 days, 4 to 5 inches of rain out inside Nashville, and then again, anywhere from Bristol to west of Charlotte, and western South Carolina, where they picked up upwards of 10 to 12 inches of rain. Incredible. Radar, it is quiet in our neck of the woods. We are dry. High pressure is really influencing our weather. Let's talk about the overnight forecast. Tomorrow morning, 6, 7 a.m., middle to upper 60s. Going to feel great tomorrow morning. The humidity is low, so that's going to be the trend for at least the next couple of days. In the mornings at least. But remember, with dry air, no humidity, our temperatures climb fast. And you can see by tomorrow afternoon, while this model says about 93, 94 degrees, I'm thinking we go up to about 96 tomorrow afternoon. A lot like today, where we hit 96 to, was it 98 today? Let me double check real quick. I'm pretty sure it was 98 degrees today. Yeah, no, 97. So we are close to 98. So tomorrow, I wouldn't be surprised if we hit 97 again, but we're forecasting a high of 96 tomorrow, 96 on Monday. Winds light, 5 to 10 miles an hour, and 97 on Tuesday. And again, just to reiterate, those temperatures are going to flirt with daily records. Each day has a possibility, a high likelihood of either tying or breaking a record in the second week of fall. We shouldn't be doing this. But here's the reason why. High pressure kind of going back and forth. It's not terribly strong, but the fact that it's overhead keeps it pretty strong and influences our temperatures. And you can see we have weather impact alert days set for tomorrow, Monday, and Tuesday. Let me just fix one thing before I answer any more questions. Again, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. But yeah, we talked all things weather. So we have weather impact alert for tomorrow. Let me just fix one more thing. So barely any rain in the outlook, guys. I mean, maybe next weekend, a small chance at an isolated shower, but not looking good. Not looking good. We need rain, but we have had decent rains this year, but we need some more. We definitely need some more. Okay, that is the weather impact alert for tomorrow, Monday, and Tuesday. No rain expected, just dangerous heat. So, and we say that obviously because it's September. We've hit 105, 106 this past summer. Nowhere near that tomorrow. However, when you compare these high temperatures tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday, to the normal, to the average for late September, this is a full 10 to 15 degrees above average in some neighborhoods for some areas outside San Antonio. So definitely a heat wave in store for at least the next 3 days, maybe until Wednesday as well, but we start to cool down slowly. By Thursday and Friday, slightly more seasonal, lower 90s to near 89 to 90. By Friday and Saturday with a little bit of more cloud cover. And it looks like the second week of October doesn't do all that much. Obviously, this is 14 days out. A lot can happen with the forecast between now and next week. And it probably will change. That's what happens, right? We get more forecast data in, the models update, the weather changes, the upper level pattern shifts, and that's what dictates if cold fronts move in our direction or if storm systems move out west, and that'll bring in rain. But right now, it just looks to be mostly dry. Hot, 96 tomorrow, 96 Monday, and 97 Tuesday. Those will be days where we challenge records. And if you are spending a long amount of time outside, remember upper 90s, that can lead to heat exhaustion, heat stroke, limit time outdoors, drink plenty of water. The humidity, not terrible compared to like June, July, and August, but the fact that we're hitting 97 in September, or we should be stopping at 88 or 87, it just shows you that this is a heat wave, and just be careful out there if you're spending more than 1 to 2 or 3 hours outside. And it's Sunday, so it's football, right? A lot of folks are outside having fun. It will be hot tomorrow, and we'll be challenging some records here in South Texas, here in San Antonio. Okay, that's the 14-day forecast. Make sure you download the KENS 5 app for more weather updates and everything you need to know around San Antonio. We'll have more local news. We'll have another weather update. We'll talk a little bit about the tropics coming up on KENS 5 News at 10. So in about an hour, tune in to KENS 5 News at 10 again for everything you need to know around San Antonio. If not, we'll be on the KENS 5 weather app. Download it today. It is free, and we'll always provide weather updates through that outlet as well. If not, that is the 14-day forecast, guys, exclusive to KENS 5. More heat, more summer-like heat for the next few days here in San Antonio. Be careful, stay safe, drink plenty of water. It's tough to say this in September and fall. We usually stop saying this in summer, but remember, Texas has a mind of its own, and the weather here in Texas and San Antonio doesn't really change until pretty much November. And we're looking at more 90s for the next 1 to 2 weeks here in San Antonio, so be careful, drink plenty of water, stay safe, and have a wonderful Sunday. We'll be on live again on KENS 5 News at 10 for another update, so tune in about an hour. Have a great night, guys, and be safe out there.